Are the Yamnaya people part of the expelled tribes of the Vedic society? Secondly, are the Greeks one of the lost tribes of the Vedic wars? Okay, let's talk about the Greeks first, and then we'll go to the Yamnaya. So the Greeks, if you ask Shrikant Talageri, who's one of the great linguistic scholars that we have, then the Greeks are descendants of a tribe that was expelled out of India. Not tribe. I don't like this word tribe. It's clans. A tribe. What is a tribe and what's a clan? A tribe is a small group of people, maybe 50 to 100 or 150, or let's say 500,000 people who live isolated from other human societies. That's a tribe. A clan is simply a group of people who are related to each other in some way, cousins and extended family and all that. So let us search search for what Talageri has to say. Talageri, Alina. Okay, let's put this on the screen. Okay, let us see what Shrikant Talageri has to say through his linguistic research. Okay, so the identity of the enemies of Sudasa in the Dasarajnya battle in the Rig Veda, the battle of the 10 kings. And there were more than 10 kings, by the way. Okay, so it is one guy against more than 10. Sudas against a whole coalition of various clans. So this is the earliest known geopolitical event in recorded history, the earliest recorded battle in all of literature, the battle of the 10 kings in the Rig Veda. And it is King Sudas, who belongs to the Bharata uh, confederation or the Bharata lineage, fighting against this entire confederation. So who are the who are his opponents? Who are his enemies? So let's take a look at the list. Simyu, Brigu, Pakta, Bhalana, Alina, Siva, Vishanin, Parshu or Parshva, Prithu or Parthava, Dasa, Anu, and so on. And he identifies these various these clans, and he's able to show that the Simyu are the Sairima, the Dasa are the Dahi, the Vishanin are the Nuristani or Pisachin people, the Paktha people are the Pakhtuns, the ancestors of the Pakhtuns. The Balan are the ancestors of the Baluchi or Bolana people. The Parthva or the Prithu people are the ancestors of the Parthian or the Parthva people. The Parshva clan is the ancestor of the Persians, the Parshva, obviously. The Madra are the ancestors of the Medians. The Shiva tribe are the ancestors of the Khiva people of Uzbekistan. The Dasa are the Dahai of West Turkmenistan. The Simyu are the Sarmatians. The Alina are the Alans and the Hellenes. The Alans were a nomadic Iranian origin tribe, according to Western historians, who eventually ended up in Spain and became the Iberians, the Spanish. And the Alina eventually, according to Talageri, became the Hellenic people, the Hellenes, who are the Greeks, Hellas, right? So, according to Talageri, the Alina people, the Alina clan, which was one of the clans of the confederation that was defeated by Sudas, it was expelled out of India. The Alina eventually became the Hellenic peoples of Greece. So yes, from this linguistic analysis perspective, the Greeks are not a lost tribe of the Vedic war, but one of the clans that was part of the confederation that was defeated in the battle of the 10 plus kings. Now coming to this question here. The Yamnaya people, are they also part of the expelled tribes or the expelled clans? We don't know. Because we don't know. See, we call them the Yamnaya. Why do we call them the Yamnaya? Because the word Yamna means pit in Russian, a pit in the ground. And they found these graves in pits. So they eventually ended up being called the Yamnaya from the Russian word for pit. It doesn't mean that they 5,000 years ago called themselves Yamnaya. It doesn't mean that. We don't know what they called themselves. And if we don't know what they call themselves, then we don't know how to classify them whether they can be classified as one of these expelled clans, the defeated clans. So we don't know. Genetically, we know that what they look like. We know mm, what their major patrilineal haplogroup was, lineage was. It was R1b. We Indians, most of us are R1a. They are a sister haplogroup, R1b. But you have R1b in India as well. As you go westwards from India towards Eurasia, towards Europe, the frequency of R1b in the population increases more and more and more and more. Of course, there are regions where you have significant R1A, like Germany, Ukraine, Russia, etc., and obviously the Indian subcontinent. Very strange, but not maybe not that strange. So the Yamnaya are R1B, most of them. We know what they look like. They were all tall guys, tall, muscular guys. Tall as in like 6 feet roughly. 5'10", 5'11", 6 feet was their average height. They were all muscular. They had a high protein diet, mostly milk, and we know that they had dark hair and dark and brown eyes, and we know that they had light brown skin, not white. They were darker than the average European today, but they were not dark brown. They were light brown. So that's what we know the Yamnaya looked like. But we don't know whether we can classify them as we can identify them as one of the expelled clans that was defeated in the Battle of the Ten Kings. So that right now information or data we don't have.